And right now we're going to check in with California's Lieutenant Governor Abel Maldonado. He is the state's acting governor right now because Governor Schwarzenegger is in China. Thanks for your time today, too. I imagine you're very busy this morning. Give us an update on what you're getting out of the latest with this situation.
Well, Kieran, I just came up from the bottom of the hill. I went down and I had a close-up view of what, in essence, looks like a bomb went off. There's asphalt all over the road. Cars are burned on both sides. Fireplaces are standing up with no structures next to them. And I must say that just shocked to know that this is a horrible tragedy that has hit the people of San Bruno, California.
You know, Governor, we're used to seeing scenes like this in the hills of Oakland or outside of Sacramento or even in Malibu, but in a densely populated suburban area like this is highly unusual.
I think that's what got me the most, John. As I walked down the street, I looked and there's these neighborhoods, there's houses everywhere, and you get to the corner of the street and all of a sudden there's no houses there, just burnt everything, and a big old huge pipe in the middle of the road. You can actually see where the planes came in and unloaded the retardant. Those houses are still there. There was quick action from CAL FIRE, and everybody here came together immediately. But I've never seen anything like this. I would expect something like this where there's big trees and so forth, but it's just a horrible tragedy, and I hope we can just come together and move this forward and get to the end of see what happened here.
I'm sure that you, as well as all other state leaders, want to know how it happened. You know, have you gotten any answers from PG&E, even a preliminary assessment of how this might have happened, if for no other reason to ensure that it doesn't happen again someplace else?
Well, one of the first calls that I got obviously were from the folks in the fire on the front line that called me immediately and said, we got a fire, we need to react. Second call was from PG&E. They said, you know what, we believe that it's one of our pipelines. We believe it's a big pipe, and if we're responsible, we are going to make everything good. So they were immediately on the forefront, give them credit for that. But, you know, we don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. Tomorrow morning we will find out. We'll see more devastations, and I'm sure we'll find, you know, people that have not made it, and it's really, really sad.
When you say we're sure we'll find people that have not made it, Governor, we know that one person is reported dead at this point. Is there a sense that because of the enormity of this explosion, the fact that it occurred just after 6 o'clock, when a lot of people, and I know that the schedules have changed and many people don't get home till after 7, but a lot of people would have been coming home at about 6 o'clock, that the death toll might go higher?
Well, I hope not, but I believe that the death toll might increase. We don't know at this time. What I do know is that when I was down there, John and Kieran, I saw a lot of cars in the driveway. Obviously, that tells me that people didn't leave, so that is a great concern. But we have a lot of fire folks down there right now, cleaning up, going after, waiting for the sun to come up and see what happened.
And speaking of that, you're saying tomorrow, because it's 3 a.m. your time there, it's 6 o'clock in the morning here on the East Coast. Do you think by this afternoon, meaning today, Friday, you will be able to have a better assessment of any loss of life, any other people who didn't make it, and also perhaps a cause?
I think so. Our departments are all working hard. They know that as soon as the sun comes up, we're going to be out there. We're going to bring some dogs. We're going to go through the whole area, look at what happened, and try to find folks, if there's folks in their homes and so forth. So it's going to be a morning where numbers are going to change all morning. It's going to be sad. It's a horrible tragedy for the people of San Bruno. We just got to thank the firefighters who've been working so hard to clean this place up.
Hey, Governor, just one more question about the potential for more fatalities in this case. When you got up close to the epicenter there where the pipeline was and the explosion and fire actually occurred, did you see explosive damage to nearby structures, or did it appear to be all fire damage?
Oh, no, there was obviously fire damage, but a lot of explosive damage. I saw debris everywhere. There's pieces of concrete in the middle of the road, all over the places, on top of a car. The car is right next to the pipeline. There's 2 cars that are just completely burned right next to the pipeline where they just exploded. I see windows broken everywhere. So, yes, there was this huge explosion, and I'm sure this huge ball of fire that didn't allow firefighters to come in. It was so hot.
Yeah, just wondering if, you know, people might have died in the initial explosion as opposed to, you know, if a structure catches fire, it's possible to get out, but if it was actually blown down, that could increase the death toll. Governor Maldonado, thanks so much for being with us this morning. We really appreciate it.